What's up everyone, it is Scott Gonzalez here and welcome to another YouTube video. For today's video it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be me showing you my setup, my workstation, my little reading corner. So pretty much the place I go in to do work and to learn and to do everything I need to do in terms of being on a journey to success, right? This is the Sony ZV-E10 on a Joby tripod. So let's get straight into, the corner, right? So obviously we have the restroom. If you watch my previous video on my basically my night routine, you would have seen the bathroom already. So here we are, as you can see, the little setup we have going on. I'm a little shaky here, but moving on to the left side, that's the entrance. The left side here is Egyptian art that my dad got from Egypt when he was in the military. Anyways, this is my work camera. On the side, I do work for a real estate media company, so we do listing photos, aerial photos, drones, 3D, anything you can think of in terms of some real estate media stuff for the properties. Anyways, this is the Nikon D850 with a 14 by 27 millimeter lens, I believe, at a 2.8 aperture. If you don't know what any of that means, it's all good. On the gearhead tripod, just for more accuracy, basically meaning I can turn this and turn the camera. It's very fine detail if I need to turn it. Right below is just a regular tripod with a little twisty thingy to extend the legs. Just makes it very quick to adjust on the fly. Then this is just my camera bag for the camera I'm using currently for my Sony. This is just for the YouTube stuff right here. This is the DJI Mavic drone. It's what I use to do the drone shots. So this is just for the tripod there, and this is for a phone that you can put on a tripod. Steering away from some work stuff, let's go into this side of the room. Some more Egyptian art, along with some more over there. This cool little remote actually controls that light bulb. This is from Monster. It's a very cheap light bulb that you can use to change with this remote. It's lasted me pretty long for the price of it. I think it was like $5 for that. Moving on to my favorite spot, I believe, my little reading corner here. So just to quickly point out, these two light bulbs there, they can be controlled from my phone, and they are not the Philips Hue. They are just the General Electric, whatever it is, the one that they have the RGB for. They also have an app called Sync. Very affordable. They're like $12 per light bulb, and they're way cheaper than the Philips Hue. So I really recommend if you need an alternative. As you can see, this lounge chair ottoman, you might be thinking, oh, is that the Eames lounge chair? No, this is just a duplicate. The Eames lounge chair runs about $7,000, and I just can't justify spending that kind of money on a chair, and an ottoman. So this is just a duplicate from Amazon, about $650. Still a pretty penny, but compared to the real one, it's way less. And this is real leather actually. Very comfortable to read and meditate in. It's amazing. The rug, sorry. This is from Target. Most of these things are from Target. So if you need anything, just look it up on Target. If you like these bookshelves or these rugs, it's from Target. You can find it there. Anyways, yeah, the rug's from Target. This bookshelf is from Target. Same with this one. The floor lamp is also from Target. All right, moving on to this bookshelf. We have this meditating statue little, pretty much you can place your keys in there if you're a guest. Moving down to my books, as you can see, I do have a little light. It's kind of dim because I haven't changed the batteries. But moving on to my books, now I know I need more books for my bookshelf, but that's kind of the journey of building up the bookshelf, is reading more and more. So starting off, we have Atomic Habits, The Common Path to Uncommon Success. I really recommend this book if you're into the content space of online, right? Atomic Habits, I feel like everyone should read. It's just a great, easy read. It's amazing. You can learn a lot of stuff from there in terms of how to build a habit. Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill. This is just a general business book, or expanding your mind about getting rich. Is just a great book. Right next to it is the book I haven't read. This is The Myth of Sisyphus. If I pronounce that wrong, I apologize. I'm gonna read that next. But currently I am reading Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. All these other ones I've read. Moving right down below, you can't really tell, but it's just some books from my dad that he reads or looks at. There's an atlas. There's a Commander of Auschwitz book that he read, as you can tell, or he's been reading. Moving down, we got my mom's book, Mindfulness Meditation for Anxiety.
seems pretty interesting. So this book's actually pretty special here. This is one of the very first books I've ever bought. Regarding self-help in terms of growing as a person. This book I really recommend. It's a great book. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You can already tell from the name. Really recommend this book if you're just starting out. So moving on to another book here is Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace. So Dave Ramsey, if you didn't know, he's the guy that had a lot of debt and got out of it. He hates debt, which everyone should. Doesn't believe in credit, which I kind of disagree with. But really good if you're in trouble in some debt or just need some good financial structures. He's the man if you've never done that kind of stuff before. Moving on, we have How Business Works. This is just a pretty simple format of different things in business, such as LLCs, S corps, how they are, what they are, how they work. Just different things, as you can see. It tells you pretty much everything about the general business things in a cool way with diagrams and very colorful pictures and things like that. So pretty nice. Moving on to the left side here. So up here we have just a lamp. We have this is my dad's little art thing, map of the world, and then we have the candle behind holding it. Moving up here first, we have 2 little canvases that I've actually painted, and just a clock that my dad has. Kind of cool up there. I thought the wood matches, this wood. But anyways, moving on to this bookshelf. Intelligent Investor, I really recommend if you don't know anything about investing. It's an amazing book. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can agree with me on that. We have the 10X rule. I actually got this. I paid just for the shipping whenever Grant Cardone was running a deal. I haven't fully read it, but I know I'll finish it sooner or later. Anyways, moving on, we have this very, very controversial book, 48 Laws of Power. So I do believe you should read this book in terms of knowing what to look out for against other people. What I don't believe in is actually applying the things that are taught in this book in terms of using it against other people for selfish ways. So be careful with that book. That book's actually banned in some prisons. Anyways, moving down, we have a gift from my stepbrother, Tools of Titans. This is by Tim Ferriss. It's the guy that wrote the 4-Hour Work Week. If you don't know that book's amazing. I actually had the Audible for it. And we just have a JavaScript and jQuery book when I was trying to learn coding. Didn't turn out well because it's very difficult. Anyways, so I believe we should move on to the last thing, which is the actual workstation, right? So let's go turn into it. There we go. Nothing too special. Very minimal, as you can tell. I like my stuff minimal. I don't like too many things going on. So let's start with the chair here, which is probably the most important thing other than the laptop. Anyways, the chair, it is a Erman Miller Aeron, the older generation, as you can tell by the lumbar, if you know anything about the Erman Miller chairs. This chair is expensive, right? I took off the armrest because I don't really put my arms on them. I put them on there. Anyways, this chair is super expensive, especially the new one. They're like $1,200. This one was $600. I actually got it for free from a friend, which is amazing. But it's amazing. It has lumbar support. Probably the best chair I've ever owned. I used to own really crappy chairs. I don't know why I never invested in a good one when I'm sitting on it 90% of the time. So if you have some money to spend and you don't know what to buy next for your setup, make sure you have a good ergonomic chair. Don't get a gaming chair. Make sure it's an ergonomic because your body will thank you later. All right. So yeah, amazing chair, comfortable. Moving on to the desk here. This is actually a very, very good deal for this electric standing up desk. So this right now it's on a sitting position. It can also become a stand-up desk, but this is glass top desk with the wood finish on the side. As you can tell, it's all white, and it's from Sam's Club. If you don't know what Sam's Club is, it's like the same. It's like a alternate version of Costco, but I got it there for $200, which is an amazing deal for a standing desk because most standing desks are around $400 at the time that I got this. So it's amazing. It also has some USB ports in there if I needed to charge anything. But anyways, moving on, after from the desk, we have the mouse pad here. This little mouse pad, well, it's mostly like a mouse mat, but this is from Amazon. It's faux leather, so it's not real. I just wanted to change it up from the black ones, and I wanted to kind of go with the wood a little bit. And I like the leather look, so that's what I got. Moving on from that, we have the mic here itself, as you probably saw in other videos if you've been watching me. But anyways, this is just a cheap boom arm from Amazon, you know. Holding it is the HyperX Quadcast mic. Got this on a really good deal, I believe, last year. It's an amazing mic if you know some audio editing. That's all you need. But I do want to upgrade to the Shure SMB 700 in the future. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's basically the podcast mic that everyone uses. But for now, this does wonders. All right, so now moving on to some of the things on my desk. We have the AirPod Pro Max. These headphones are amazing. I love these headphones. I know they're really expensive and you can probably save some money by getting the Sony versions. But I am an Apple guy. I have an Apple MacBook. I have an Apple phone. The seamlessness transition with just putting these on and connecting instantly is something no other company can beat just yet. And then, Apple really perfected their ecosystem with that. But if you do have the extra money to spend, and you're thinking about either the Sony or these ones, and you have Apple, just get these. These worth it. Just don't get the color white because they do get dirty easily. Anyways, to the left side here we have two notebooks. This one is for work. This one is for journaling. So my work notebook is actually almost filled, but my work notebook includes anything from when I work, either notes, business things, or to-do lists. I have it all in there. Keeping that separately, I do have this other notebook for journaling. Only journaling is in there. I like to keep them separately, like I said, just to keep everything organized. For my pen, it is a Papermate. Inkjoy Gel. This is the 0.7 version. I used to use a Pilot G2, but that pen does something. I don't know. It just feels really nice to write with. I don't know. Next, we do have the Logitech keyboard. This is the MX Mini Keys. I wanted something very similar to the MacBook keyboard, and without getting the actual Apple keyboard. And this was the closest, because I just like Logitech a lot. I've always been a fan of them. So this one is really nice. It's also a 60%, meaning I don't have the number pad there. So super small, wireless, very nice. Moving on is probably my most favorite mouse in the world, which is this ergonomic Logitech MX Master 3. If you know anything about ergonomic things, this is probably one of the best mouse in terms of just the quality and what it is, right? But this is amazing. Wouldn't get another mouse other than this for ergonomics. I just love it. Before we get into the Mac, we have this Mac stand. It's for the clamshell mode when it's closed like this and it's displaying on the screen. Basically just holds it there. Anyways, moving on to the actual Mac itself. This is an M1 Pro 2021 edition, I believe. This laptop is amazing. This is all you need if you're doing pretty much any type of work. Unless you're gaming, this is the only laptop you need, especially if you're already an Apple person. My number one favorite thing about this is the ports. So I used to have another MacBook Pro, which was the model before the M1 came out. And that one only had the Thunderbolt ports, which was kind of disappointing. But this has all the ports back from the old MacBooks. So this is amazing, and how fast it is, literally, it's insane. Get to do so much editing, so much different kinds of things that it just runs perfectly, and it's still very quiet. It even has the MagSafe, which everyone loves. If you don't love the MagSafe, I don't know what is wrong with you, but yeah, this is just an amazing laptop. If you're thinking about getting a laptop that's as powerful, pretty much up to par with this, and you're an Apple guy, just go with this. But don't go with the Windows. The Windows is nice and all, but this is just great. So moving on with the screen here. So I'm sorry for the cable management. No, it's not the best. But before we get into the screen, we have the monitor arm. It's just a single arm from Amazon. Okay, moving on to the screen or the monitor. This is just actually a work monitor. When I used to work as a sales developer for a tech company, so they sent this out to me and I got to keep it. Just a regular Dell monitor. It's, to be honest, all I need for now. If I do upgrade, I'm just gonna upgrade to an ultra wide monitor. This screen, I don't need a super quick refresh rate or anything. I had experience with super quick refresh rate monitors, 144 hertz, 240 hertz. For gaming is really good, but I'm not gaming, and this is all I need. The colors on this are great. Like I said, if I upgrade, I'm only going to upgrade to the ultra wide. I don't really need anything else. And as for two dual screen monitors, I've kind of steered away from that. I used to do the dual screen monitor setup, but the one screen monitor is just fine for me, especially with the little app I have that allows me to split the screens into multiple different sections basically. And you know, if you do have a big screen like an ultra wide, that's all you need, to be honest. You don't need like 4 different screens for no reason. It's just distracting. That pretty much wraps it up for the work setup here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. This is definitely a change, especially this room doesn't have anything entertaining other than the YouTube on my laptop or something, but this room is more about leaving your distractions outside, and in here is just focus and work and learn. That's it. But I hope you guys like this video. If you do have a specific request for a specific video that you want me to do in the future, just let me know. But as of now, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.